Hi everybody, this is Kevin with Texas Yardman and More, and today I am doing a video on how to shut off your water at the street level. The water that comes in from the city to the house. And so if you come out to the street somewhere within 10 to 12 feet of your curb line, you will see a box, a utility box, and that's where the water valve is. And you can go out and simply buy yourself a tool like that. It's called a T-wrench. You can pick those up at Home Depot, Lowe's, or places like that. It's just basically a tool that has handles on the end, and then on one end it has kind of a notched U-shaped thing that you're going to use to turn the water valve off. So here's your box. Most of your boxes kind of look like this, or they'll be round and green. And I usually don't open boxes with my hand because you never know what's inside of them, so I just use the tool to open the cover. And down inside there you'll see 2 meters. The meter on the left goes to my house because it's closest to my house. And then there's a meter that's on the right that goes to my neighbor's house. And you'll see down in there that there is a valve right there. That's how you turn the water off from the street. And generally speaking, you'll see 2 little notches in there, those little holes that look like loops. When right there, if somebody doesn't pay their water bill, you'll see the water company come out and they'll turn the water off, and then they'll put a padlock through that, and that's how they shut the water off. And you also see a gauge on here. That's how much water usage you have, you know, how many gallons. And they have electric meters these days, so they don't even have to physically come out and look like they used to. Some older places that have not upgraded their meters, they have to do a manual read, and you'll see the guys driving around in the neighborhood, guys and gals, that just have the meter reader vests on, and they're just checking how many gallons of water you use. They'll pop this cover off and look, and you can actually see the meter on the right is spinning. That's my neighbor. He's using the water right now. You know, it's either the shower is running or the dishwasher or something that's using water. And then I don't recommend you use this valve. And a disclaimer is the only people using this valve should be city utility people. If you do it, that's at your own risk, and if you break something, you're probably going to be responsible for the repairs. So the water lines run underground and come up to here and then go into the meter right there, and then anything on the other side of the meter is considered your responsibility if the water line breaks. So usually you'll see some additional covers here, and those are the valves that you're supposed to use to turn the water off. And you can see there's some dirt in here that I've dug out, and down inside this is the valve, and it's still covered up by dirt. I don't need to turn off the water right now, so I would just take a spoon or a dirt shovel to dig that out to where I could get to that valve and just turn the valve off from there. There's lever valves or lever valves, or the kind that look like where you literally turn it. It's a wheel, and those are probably the ones that are the most dangerous because they rust, and then you go to turn the water off and it breaks. So just be careful when you're turning the water off on these, because if you break that, you're going to have a water leak. So you would literally, you're taking that into your own hands by turning the water off down here. And it's easier because the valve is right there. You just literally put the T-wrench on there and you're going to turn it to the right. So righty tighty, lefty loosen, and that turns the water off to your house. And then one way you can test it is you would just simply walk over here to your house spigot. And I have the cold weather covers on them right now, but I would just simply take this off and there's a release, and so there's your water. And right now you have water because I did not turn it off, but that's how you would test to see if the water is actually off. There may be a little bit of pressure in the lines when you first turn it off, but it'll come out initially, but then it'll stop. So I was just using this to keep the, they call it a spigot, S-P-I-G-O-T, from freezing up when it gets cold. And I'm here in central Texas and the weather does drop below freezing and the lines can freeze up. So just a warning that lines can freeze up in the cold weather. So that's just a quick tutorial video on how to turn off your water at the street level. And if you're in a subdivision, you'll see these all over the neighborhood. Every house has one. And you can pick one of these T-wrenches up for about 10 bucks. They've probably gone up a little bit more now because of inflation, but I think I got mine for $9.99 a couple years ago. And then when you're done, you just simply take the cover and put it back on the utility box and you're done. So that's how you turn the water on and off to your house from the street. And every house has them. If you enjoyed this video, if you got some use out of it, please give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you watching my channel. Every one of you is important. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.